Hey y'all, this is Lydia. I'm going to do just an intuitive card pull for this Uranus, Mars, North Node conjunction we have going on right now. So it's been an interesting energy. It's not what I've been expecting. You know, normally either with Uranus, there's this trippy feeling, which I haven't been feeling trippy, or there's this a lot shattering, which I don't feel any sort of harsh shattering energies, or there's these catapulting energies, like this high vibrational electric energies. And what I've been feeling has been very subdued, and I wasn't expecting that. And it's not that I haven't been feeling anything. I've been feeling the need to rest on an extreme level. I've been sleeping for hours during the day, which is just not me, induced by my allergies, but my allergies have never been this bad. So I'm assuming there's a reason why now during this cycle, which I was expecting to be very motivating, that I'm feeling the need to just be sleeping. At the same time, very calm, easy clarity on what I need to do, as well as just feeling like there's a lot of energy around me, but it's a supportive energy, or it's this very calming energy. I've been getting a lot of tingles on this side of my head for the past 48 hours too. And interesting fact, I mentioned this in a recent video about demons being a motivating energy and not necessarily being an evil energy. And the human design maven talking about, in human design, there's these vehicles, this extra seat within our being that we have a through line connection to and a communication channel to. And this channel can be something that, you know, is a challenge, but I feel like it also can be an asset. For example, demons can be addiction. It can be things that we struggle with and challenges that we face, but it's also a motivating energy. So through these challenges, we're motivated to surmount them and overcome them. It's almost like these things we can't avoid that we have to deal with, which is very motivating when we feel like we have no choice but to fight back. For me, and there's 6 different types of vehicles. For me, it's aliens. See, my color is in the 6th line, which is aliens. But there's one for each line, and it was kind of a journey trying to figure out how I can find out what my line was. But it is the 6th line. It is aliens, which are this starseed energy. I'm attributing that to. And there's also angels. There are entities. There are, what else did he say? Ghosts. And I'm blanking on the rest, but there's 6 different ones. Demons, obviously. Gods are another one. So I feel too like this energy is highlighting that for me, and it's very interesting that I came across this information right before this transit happened, where I'm feeling a communication sort of energy in, and perhaps part of that is in my Mayan astrology. I know for a fact that I am a beacon or a vessel through which spirit speaks, which we all are. But for me, there's this process going in my lifetime where I'm being rewired, and there's a circuitry being rewired within me. And I can feel it very acutely sometimes when I go into a deep meditative state, or if I'm sleeping a lot and I'm coming in and out of sleep. In that in-between phase, I'll feel the circuitry rewiring, and I'll feel a lot of charged energy coming through, and it feels like my body's like a charged battery, and it's hot and it's buzzing. And I guess I've been feeling a very subdued energy of that, just a lot of sensations through my body, but it's not as intense as it has been in the past. It's almost like this is a culmination point where it's like you've been going through these things and now you're ready to receive on a new level, which I'm not complaining. I prefer these easier transitions, especially now that I have the trust to not be freaking out. Like, why am I sleeping when I feel like this transit in my mind and my ego is to go and to be doing, when really doing on a spiritual level in the divine matrix isn't how it is in the physical reality, or our physical matrix or this 3D reality. Sometimes that doing is definitely an internal process, and it's things changing within us and us being supportive of those changes instead of feeling like we have to be taking action on something in the sense of, you know, starting a business or starting a project, which there's that too. But at the same time, it's important not to judge when we're perhaps hearing that we need to be doing something, but our bodies are telling us to do something entirely different. And perhaps, you know, on a spiritual level, listening to our bodies is that action that needs to be taken. So let's pull a card and see what Spirit has to say. The Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. And this is interesting because, again, we have Uranus, Mars in the North Node all clustered up at 18 degrees. And that 18 degrees in step astrology is that Aries sort of action-oriented degree. And while we can attribute it to action, it's also that severing energy too, cutting things out. And this is taking internal processes that we've been going through, that 18 degrees, and applying it to our daily lives. And so the energy can be, we're still cutting things out. And I don't want to discount the importance of cutting things out. Cutting things out is essential to moving forward. It's this idea of a portal and stepping through a portal, which that energy is definitely present. Things can't come with us. Certain behaviors can't come with us. Certain thought patterns can't come with us. Even certain environments and certain relationships, they either need to transform or they need to be cut out, severed altogether. So we're going through this energy of perhaps being catapulted into new timelines. That's that Uranus there. And then Mars activating that energy. And on the North Node in Taurus is this beautiful manifestation energy of bringing things in a whole new level and quantum leaping forward. But this goes hand in hand what I've been saying and what I've been feeling within myself. I've been sleeping a lot. That doesn't feel like catapulting forward, but things are being cut out, and things perhaps that aren't necessarily quantifiable, or we're able to intellectualize them. It could be a lot of these energies of just subconscious things, super subconscious things, old karmic timelines that we've been repeating for lifetimes, are just getting the death's kiss. They're getting cut out. And Pluto is definitely activated right now and has been activated, especially with the lunar cycles we've been going through. And it's a lot of just things crumbling away. And perhaps we won't get a full clarity on that until later, but there's definitely this energy that we need to trust. And I'm going to pull from a different deck to get clarity on that, but this one wants to pop out. Gateway, portal energy. Yeah, and when it comes to portals, this is spiritual energy that we can't, nail down to X, Y, and Z. And this is definitely what's happening. It's very energetic. It's very deep within us. Again, coming in and out of sleep type energy, like these things that we're feeling perhaps as we're falling to sleep, and we're feeling as we're waking up, or things we're going through in our dream cycle. This is divine energy that is out of our control, that is cutting out old things that we've been perhaps dealing with leading up to this point. That it's almost like this energy of when is my time? When will it come? And there's this big energy of the time is now, but the time is now meaning that you need to really allow these energy space to come through, and it's time to use your tools and your trust and your intuition in a whole new way to guide you through, and not get so caught up in your ego and your minds being like, this is what you need to be doing, but allow your body to take the lead and allow things to fall away and allow a lot of space. When it comes to new beginnings and new realities, the more space, the better. Allowing that empty energy to just be, I liken it to a field lying fallow. Just let things rest, let things recuperate, let nature and the natural sort of cycles come in and the natural energies come in to really rejuvenate your psychic realms, your intuitive realms, your body and your spiritual body and your energetic body, and allow things to just be washed and renewed and rejuvenated, so that when it's time, it'll be effortless. I can't tell you how many times in my own journey it's just been like, I look back and it's like, oh, I actually did all those things, but I didn't realize that's what I was doing. So this, again, deep trust, a deep wisdom, and the tools that we've been gathering, use them, and not be so caught up in what you need to do unless you're getting the prompt over and over and over again. Like, okay, start moving in this direction, start taking this action. But if you're feeling called to rest and turn inward, really trust that, because as soon as that space sort of opens up and we feel that emptiness and that openness and that possibility, that's when we start getting that flood of information and that flood of energy to do something. And it doesn't have to be logical. It doesn't have to make sense. It's about just doing it and being open to the possibilities and to be open to seeing what happens and to be in that really positive experimental state and not be so caught up in expectations, how things are going to play out, where specifically you're going or what specifically you need to do, but allow your system to tell you and just respond and just be open, knowing that and really trusting that you are always guided because you are. So I'm sending love and wishing you well. Bye.